This is Sexy, Funny, Raw, the podcast with me, adult film star and comedian Silvia Saige, here to discuss what you've only dared to ask Google. Undress, unzip, and unwind. The party starts now. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Sexy, Funny, Raw. I'm joined today by my sexy co-host, Mrs. Reagan Foxx, ladies and gentlemen. Reagan, say hello to the people.
Hello, people. Hello.
I can't imagine that anyone would not know who Reagan is. And if you follow the show, she was on our last episode as well. But Reagan is an adult performer, same as myself, and a good friend of mine. I hope she would consider me the same. She's been in the industry for 4 years now, and she has been twice nominated in 2018 and 2017 for Hottest MILF Performer. Mm-hmm. Not taken home the title yet, but I have a very good inclining that you will this year.
No, not this year.
What?
I didn't really do a lot this year. I mean, I didn't. When I say that, I didn't do anything new or
She
dramatic.
did a lot this
I
year.
didn't do any features or anything like that.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
So, yeah, I'm thinking
the features do mean a lot to people in the porn industry. So yeah,
Correct.
I get that.
And you know, and having those features the last few years, I was nommed for those particular scenes as well. And so I just don't think that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm good with that though.
Well, in my book, she is sexiest MILF performer of the year. I love it. I just found out today too, because before you got into the porn industry, you were actually in real estate.
Yes.
I would buy anything you were selling. Like, first off, like, did you just slay it? Because I can't even imagine like why you would ever want to leave that. Because I just imagine you were just making so much money.
I actually did not get my license to list and sell.
Oh.
I got it to do appraisal work for the banks. Little did I know that the market would tank once I got it, and therefore I ended up being the person that would walk into the houses that had been foreclosed. So,
oh, got you.
I was
not
going-
nearly as luxurious as I was thinking.
No,
Okay.
I'd go into houses that the house was completely still put together, where
Yeah.
they had given an hour to the owner to get out, or there would be animals that had been left behind.
Oh God,
not good
that's actually
situations.
really sad.
It was one, and then people would start getting angry. So then you'd walk into a house and not know where the kitchen was or the bathroom because every single thing, everything was gone. Or they would cut circles out of the carpets, or
Just trying to make it bad for whoever
Correct.
was coming in.
They would be mad at the banks. How dare you take away our house after not making a payment for a couple of years? The worst house I ever went into, they turned all the water on, and so by the time we got in there, which
it was
was
flooded.
a month later, there was a mushrooms growing out of the carpet and black mold just
Wow.
everywhere.
Oh, God.
The carpet would be crunchy and so
You just
forth.
have to tear that house down.
Yeah, it was like a duplex type of thing. So
God.
that was staying.
Jesus, that is horrific. People are horrible people, but the next person I'm about to introduce you is not a horrible person. He's one of my favorite people in the industry. Everybody say hello to Mr. Nic Sahara.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Such a pleasure having you here. Now, Nic, you actually started out in a mainstream position. You started out as an Andrew Christensen underwear model, correct?
Actually, no.
No, that's not
No,
correct?
No.
I have misinformation. Correct
It's
me.
okay. So I started modeling when I was 17.
Okay.
I did a lot of mainstream stuff like Versace.
Oh.
But I was more overseas.
Okay, got it.
And at the same time, I was actually in the military.
Oh, that's hot.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you for your service.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. So you started there and then you got into adult from working with Andrew Christensen. Is that correct?
No.
Not at all. Okay.
at all.
Tell me how it worked out. How you get in?
Okay, so
Because you are a performer. You
I
work
am.
in, I'm sorry, what I didn't tell the people is that he is a gay adult performer and you
Correct.
work with most of the major studios like Icon Mail, Noir Mail, Falcon,
Yep.
Naked Sword, all the big companies, all the companies who are
Right.
really doing stuff. So, okay,
Right.
go ahead now that I have introduced.
so really what happened is I was working at that particular time for Tesla, still modeling. And
For Tesla?
For Tesla.
Did they give you a free car?
No.
Damn it. Okay.
No. And actually, my time there, it was a really learning experience for me
Okay.
because I just felt like, I had this whole growth that I had to do. But I wanted to kind of explore my sexuality a little bit.
Wait, when you say growth, had you not come out as gay at this point?
Oh no, I was always gay.
Okay, got
Always.
it. Okay.
Always gay. But I was kind of like more in the closet sexually as far as my sexual exploitations go.
Okay.
I was really kind of shy.
Mm.
So I
Same as Reagan. Reagan's
Oh.
a shy girl too.
Oh, it was bad. I was a homebody, so I decided I was like, you know what? I just wanted to like be free.
Yeah.
So I moved to Vegas.
Because Vegas is where you go to be free.
Right. That part. But I moved to Vegas and I started working for Tesla. And then all of a sudden I was like, you know what? I'm just going to try my hand at doing porn.
Wow.
And
You didn't know anybody? You didn't have...
I knew Dominic Pacifico.
Okay,
Which
got
is
it.
also a huge name. He's been in the industry for almost 2 decades,
Oh,
actually.
nice.
So-
Wow, maybe I should have him on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in Vegas, though. So
That's okay. I can get people to come in.
there you go. Perfect.
And me. I'm just kidding. I don't even do that. I don't even do that.
Right.
Okay, go.
So I actually, he was my first actual friend in porn, and
Okay.
his husband, Casey. And so that's kind of like my porn dad, if you
Yeah.
will.
Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah, so he introduced me to it, and he took me around. I went to my first gay VNs, my first Hustler Ball,
Yeah.
with him and Casey.
Which is nice to
It's
have
nice.
somebody there to like walk you around because that
Right.
stuff is terrifying.
It is absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Okay, this seems pretty legit.
Yeah.
Like maybe this is something I can do. And he gave me critiques, of course, like
Yeah.
any good porn dad would.
Yes, exactly. You should get critiques.
Yeah, oh yeah. So he's like, you know, you need to do this, you need to do that. So we worked on it, and then we applied at the top studios, and boom.
Oh, and
Here
you
we
got.
are.
Oh, that's so awesome. Are you in contracts with studios? Okay, I'm not either. Yeah, you're not contracted to anybody, are you?
I am not.
Okay, yeah. I think it's better that way. I think you should be. I think you want to shoot for everybody, right? Okay, you guys, we do a word of the day here, and our word of the day. I usually say it's something I don't know, but this one I am an expert in, and I feel like the both of you are as well. But I don't know that everyone at home is. So the word of the day for today is pegging.
Oh yes.
Okay. Both of the people in this
Yes.
room are like, yeah, we know it. We're into it. Have you ever, so pegging, by the way, is a woman strapping on a penis and then fucking a man in the ass with the penis. That is pegging. So in saying that, Reagan, have you
I have not.
pegged a man?
Never.
Never pegged a man.
I haven't.
Have you been pegged?
I have not.
What?
But I will tell you this. So pegging can go both ways.
Wait, what?
I don't know if you knew this.
No, wait, I didn't know this. So please tell me.
Okay, so for men,
Yeah.
and I heard this through somebody very close to me,
Okay.
where a man will strap on a penis, the strap on,
Yeah.
because he can't get it up,
Okay.
and he doesn't want to take any kind of medication to help get it up.
Wait, well, where does he strap it to? Because I strap it to the front of my vagina where I don't have a penis. So,
Right. But he's going to
just-
be flaccid.
Tuck it.
So you're just
tucks
tucking.
He
Okay.
tucks his flaccid penis, and then he pegs the woman.
what? Now I did not know this.
Yes.
Didn't either.
Okay, so pegging can go either direction.
Either
people.
direction.
This show is about learning, and we have done that today. But neither one of you have been in this position? Oh my
No.
God, I am like a pegging queen. I love nothing more than strapping a cock on and fucking a dude. I think it is the biggest power
I
trip
think it's
in
hot.
the world.
I think it's hot.
A lot of girls
So
do it.
good. But you've strapped on for women.
For women.
Yeah, but that's not necessarily the same because that's fucking with a strap on.
Right.
But oh man, okay, I can't believe I thought for sure I was like, oh yeah, these two people, we're gonna have some pegging stories. No, nobody's got pegging stories for me.
I do though.
Oh.
You do?
Yeah,
Okay, please.
So, my father is.
This is not where I thought the story was going to go. Please continue.
So one Thanksgiving, I was at home,
Oh,
just
God.
having a nice little Thanksgiving
Yeah.
dinner, and my sister actually finds my father's strap on.
Okay.
And
Wait,
so,
is your dad gay?
Well, there was rumor that he was bisexual.
Okay. Got it.
So I can neither confirm or deny. that.
Okay, got it.
However, so what ended up happening was my sister comes to me. She runs downstairs and she's like, "Oh my God, I think." Our
How
dad-"
old were you guys?
Oh, we were grown.
Okay,
We were
got it.
grown.
Okay.
And so my sister goes, "I think our dad's like funny." I was like,
Funny.
funny. Well, he's married. And so I was like, okay.
What do you mean?
I'm gay, so I pick up on those cues real quick. And I was like, okay, well, what makes you think that? She's like, there's a strap-on in his room. I was like, who was he using that on?
Did you ask the question?
So later on many years later, I actually asked him. I was like,
And with alcohol, of course, right?
no.
You just had a sober conversation with your dad
yeah.
about the strap-on in his drawer.
I did. And he goes, well, I used that on your stepmom.
Oh.
I was like, okay.
So he's familiar with the opposite end pegging.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
And
interesting.
He said,
I wonder if because he suffers from ED or...
Well, okay, so he goes through dialysis. And
I get real deep, Reagan. I'm sorry.
it's okay. No, he goes through dialysis because he lost both of his kidneys.
Oh, geez.
So that can affect your sex drive.
I didn't even know you could function without 2 kidneys.
Oh yeah.
He must go in every day or
every
other
3 days
day?
or something like that.
Wow, it's so crazy.
So that actually affects your sex drive as well.
Of course, I would assume, yeah.
Right. So what ends up happening is that, obviously my stepmom needs to be pleasured
Yeah.
in some way, shape, or form. So
Oh, that's actually really sweet of your dad, though.
yeah, but there's also other rumors.
Oh, wow. I don't know. I don't know if we're allowed to get into those today.
Yeah, he might be a little sore on that subject.
Oh. So we know that pegging is not a scene you've done. What are your favorite scenes to do, both of you? What do you think your favorite scenes to film are?
Oh gosh. I would, honestly, I would probably say the more vanilla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get in, get out.
And
get
wait,
on the
what's
road.
vanilla to you? So tell the people what you think vanilla is.
Well, okay.
Because vanilla can mean so many different things to so many different people.
I would probably say like the more romantic.
You want more romance. You want more
Right.
kissing, and I'm the same way. I like
Right.
a lot of kissing.
Right. Right. I mean, don't get me wrong. I just did my first kink scene,
Yeah.
and
Loved it.
I loved it.
Yeah.
It was great.
I love
It
kink
was-
too.
But here's the thing: it was my first time doing it, and I went balls to the wall.
What'd you do?
You name it, I did it.
So you did like the electricity. You did everything.
Everything.
Ah! I've always been
Everything.
afraid of the electricity.
Well, and it was funny because when I shot with kink,
Wait, hold on. So tell the people. So kink.com is a fetish website, and on this site they do the craziest things. And so when you go to work for them, they basically give you a list of everything that they do, and they ask you to say what things you're going to be okay with. And these list from everything from, like I said, like electrocution,
Yeah.
nipple clamps. They'll put you. They put
Clothespins.
Wesley Woods in what's the bag called where you're dead and they zip you up in it?
a body bag.
Body bag. They put
Yeah.
him in a body bag and basically gave him a straw to breathe out of. So, I mean, it gets really intense and it just matters what level you're ready to go into. So,
Right.
go.
So basically, on this shoot, they did everything to me. They did
Yeah.
the clothespin zip line, where I had to control it, and it was tied to an anchor.
Oh, my God.
And they put it all down my chest, all down my sides, right where like all the sensitive areas were.
Were you bruised from this? Or?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Oh, my God.
I was so bruised, and I had to shoot like maybe like a week after, and I still had rope burns. They hoisted me up in ropes. They did
Yeah.
a hot candle wax. They
Yeah.
did.
They go extreme if you'll let them.
Oh
so,
yeah. So I was game. I was
Yeah.
game for it all, and I was like, you know what, we're gonna do it. It's my first time.
They
Go
also
balls
do
to
it
the wall.
really safely, which I really appreciate. They're
Absolutely.
like their number one concern is your safety. Like
Right.
I remember one time because if they put a ball gag in your mouth, they tell you because they have things that you're supposed to say if it's going badly and you want to stop. But if you
Safe
have a
words.
ball gag in your safe words, you can't say those words, so you have to moan a certain way, and that
Yep.
stops it. But I accidentally moaned those ways, and they stopped, and I didn't know. And and they were like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, I don't know why you stopped.
Why is this stopping? I don't get this.
They're like, "You did the moans." I was like, not my intention. But yeah, I love
It's a
shooting
situation.
them.
It's
Yeah.
a situation for sure.
Yeah.
But they hoisted me up, like my whole body.
Yeah.
They tied me up and they hoisted me up. They hoisted me up in a chair. They flogged me. They cropped me.
Yeah.
They did everything.
So you're like
imaginable.
vanilla or murder me. Those
Right.
are your
That's it.
okay. Cool.
That's it.
I love it. Reagan, what's your go-to scene? What do you love filming?
I'm super vanilla compared to that. I just like the standard boy, girl
Yeah.
scenes. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you like the basics.
I do like the basics. You get too many dicks in there, I'm not sure what to do.
Yeah, I know. I just did and I did not my first blow bang, but I did a blow bang where all the dicks were in your face at the same time. And I remember thinking to myself, like, I can't suck all these dicks at once. Like, you only get one for like a second, and then you got to go to the other one. You feel like you're not treating people fairly because you do have favorites in the group for sure.
Oh, yes.
The person we were talking about was in that, and I didn't want to do him, and I was like, trying to, make it fair.
Let's not say his name.
I'm not going to.
It just happened to me like 2 days ago. So
blow bang?
Well, kind of that, but it was I had a scene with two guys.
Yeah.
And the director wanted me to put both dicks in my mouth
at the same time.
And I was like, my mouth does not open up that big, girl. Calm it down. Reel it in. I can't.
Also, like, I find what blows my mind in pornography is when people do like double vag or double anal. I'm like, how are you physically getting both of those penises? Because they're attached to humans. I can understand if it were like two dildos. That I get.
Right.
But when it's two actual people, I'm like, how are they getting close enough to get these things in this one tiny hole?
Here's my question. What straight guy in what world actually likes that?
I know. I think it all the time.
I know a lot of straight guys, they're like, oh, I'm not going to have my penis touch any other penis.
I know.
I'm not going to touch any
Or
other
they
penis.
don't want to like make eye contact with the other guy because they think that's what's going to make them gay.
Right.
Okay.
So clearly your penis is in somebody else with some at the same time. I'm like, how? I don't understand.
See, but that's where my favorite scene has nothing to do with straight men. My favorite scenes are the bi stuff. I love the bi stuff. It makes me so happy. Not everybody shares the same sentiments. I don't really care. To each their own. How I feel about it is I love dick. So I'm like, the more dicks, the merrier. And if those dicks also like sucking dicks, that's easier for me because I love sharing sucking a dick because I'm like, that's why I love threesomes because I'm like, oh, I'll have to do less work. She's going to have to suck the dick half the time. I'm going to have to suck the dick half the time. So it's less work on my end. So when I go into a bi scene, I'm like, all I get is dicks and I don't have to suck it as much. It's like such a win for me. It's so good. They're going to share the load, Like I don't necessarily have to take all the load on my face, which I fucking hate.
It is. It does keep you young, though.
Does it?
And it does.
Does it?
Studies have shown, and I actually did a video with Andrew Christian on that.
Really?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, well now I'm going to bathe in it. So
Absolutely.
But
the proteins in the semen will actually help your collagen.
Oh, well I swallow. So is that the same thing?
No.
I gotta like moisturize with it.
That's pretty much it.
Who wants to come over to my house every night and come on my face? Because I need to stay young. We need to get things going here.
Right.
Oh my God. Okay, so let's get to know you guys. I'm so bad about moving along the show. When there's someone not here telling me to move on, I'll just talk about swimming and cum. Okay,
I love it.
So Reagan, what mistakes do porn stars make on set? What a great question. I'm going to put this to both of you. What mistakes do porn stars make on set? Mistakes. And the room went silent.
Wow,
Nobody wants to
there's
talk about
so
what other
many.
people are doing wrong. What do you think
You know
your
what?
mistakes have been on?
I got a good one.
Okay, go. Because I say the biggest mistake is showing up hungover because I cannot fuck hungover.
Well,
This has nothing to do with today.
I am hungover.
It has nothing to do with being hungover here. I'm saying showing up to a sex scene hungover.
I had one person, and actually this was nominated for like 7 awards. This particular movie,
Even with the mistake.
even with the mistake, he didn't clean out.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
And when he did-
Unacceptable.
And when he did, he used the saline solution.
And then gave himself like he's going to have to shit for the next 3 hours.
Right. It came out like The Exorcism.
People don't understand what we're talking about. So what we're talking about is when you clean out your butt for an anal scene. And Reagan, you might not even know this because she doesn't do anal.
It's okay.
So you want to only clean out with water. You never want to put the actual enema solution because if you are eneming your enemy, is that a word? what's the word?
Douching.
Anyway, douching. Yeah,
cleansing.
thank you. If you're going to do that to yourself, the enema itself has a laxative in it, so it's going to basically just like pull your shit out of you for the next few hours, and you're kind of screwed. But if you just water it, then you're just clearing out what's in the direct cavity, and then that is clear. So that's what we're discussing. Yeah.
Like literally, it was caught on film,
And he shit on camera on you.
like projectile shit.
Oh no! And how'd you get nominated for awards? What are the awards?
Did they
It was-
cut that
it-
out? Or did they leave it?
No, they did. They cut it out. They
Okay.
edited everything.
So
out.
much stuff you guys don't see.
So,
That's true.
so here I am. Okay, and Billy Santoro was the casting director at that point.
Yeah.
And he was also, helping out with the camera work. Literally, Billy was like having the camera looking away, trying not to watch this, but trying to catch everything so they can edit everything out.
Oh my god.
So after all the edits and stuff, it was nominated for like 7 awards.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So the worst shit, literally,
Yeah.
the worst shit that I had to go through got nominated for the most.
Wow.
I was like,
Well-
I can't.
Well,
I'm done.
At least you were compensated, I guess.
Have you
for
ever been on the
uh,
opposite end when you've been the
The bottom?
bottom? Have you ever shit on somebody?
No.
Oh, I have not shit,
No.
but I have had
I am
some.
a professional.
Well, I'm a professional too. But I had a moment. I had a moment with Bambino. You know who Bambino is? He's got a really thick, like, Coke can for a penis. And I really think of what it was is that I think I was cleaned out, and I think his dick was just so big that it, like, knocked a few other things loose. And,
Right.
like, we're, like, halfway through the scene. And he pulls out his dick, and there was like a little thing of poop on the end of his dick. And he pulls it off of his dick and puts it on his finger and comes over to me and goes, "What do you think that you ate?" And I was like, "Oh my God." I was like, "No one needs to know. We're not discussing dinner options right now. Like, put the poop down. Let's get back to the story." Yeah.
So shitty.
Yeah, literally,
Literally.
so shitty. Yeah, and the theme of that was that I had never had anal sex before, and they were like, "Act like it hurts," and I was like, "There's no acting required. He's putting a Coke can in my ass.
Yeah.
It hurts."
It does. It's a situation.
Yeah.
Especially your first time.
Well, and the thing is, and with porn, like obviously all these men have these ginormous penises, so it's not like you're having regular sex with regular people. You're having sex with these people who are anatomically incorrect.
Yeah.
You know,
They're abnormal. They're abnormal.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's why they're here, and
Right.
now we just have to take it.
that's it.
You know, it's so crazy. Like I work with interracial men all the time. I work with everybody, but I do get upset when people are like, "Well, you shouldn't take more money for doing that," and I'm like, "I shouldn't take more money for putting 10 more inches inside my vagina."
Thank you.
I'm sorry, it's the physical aspect I'm taking more money from. It has nothing to do with the color on the outside of his skin.
Correct.
It has to do with the 13-inch cock he's sticking inside of me.
Yeah.
That's where my issue is.
Yeah. I mean, I would ask for more money. Whether it be somebody that was black or white.
Yes, on the size.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And trust me, in the gay porn industry, there are a lot of white guys with really big dicks.
yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where are you planning on putting that?
Yeah. Exactly.
Where?
Exactly.
In my gas can? Because it'll fit.
Barely.
Barely.
Yeah. So outside of having these lives and having these moments where we're on porn sets, what does a normal day in your life look like?
Oh, God.
Are you a normal person?
I am.
Because I think most people think that we're just going through life sucking dick, and I don't think that's the case for
No.
most of us. Like,
No, I do like a lot of like normal things. Like I like going to the movies.
Yeah.
I like going to the beach. Is my life a lot about my work?
yeah,
It is.
of course.
But my work is a lot more than just porn.
yeah,
I still do mainstream modeling.
you do.
I do.
And that never
Andrew Christian.
interferes. Okay, got it.
So, and other modeling aspects that I have to go to go-sees. I have to go.
Oh, we were just talking about go-sees and how much we hate them.
I hate them.
Are they the same for you guys? So a go-see for us is going to see a producer and basically like taking our clothes off and doing a little turn for them to
No.
see if they like us. What's
No.
it like for you?
So me, because I do have an agent, he sends out all of our comp cards, and then the studios kind of pick from there.
Yeah.
They'll say, okay, well, we want Nic Sahara to be paired with Nick Fit. Mm-hmm. That'd be a hot pairing, right?
Yeah. It is a hot pairing.
It is a hot
Yeah.
pairing.
I was just with him like 2 nights ago.
I love him.
Yeah, I do too.
But
Hi, Nick Fit.
So, but if that's the case where the studio likes us, the director likes us, based on our comp cards, we don't necessarily have to go in front of somebody
So what's a go-see for you then?
in regular modeling.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Yes. So we still have in regular modeling, we still have to go do that. We still have to try.
But you're
on the
not getting
clothes.
naked.
We're not getting.
You're
naked.
just trying on clothes,
We're trying
which
on
is how it should be.
Yeah. Right. You would think.
How'd you come up with your porn name, Nick?
Oh gosh. Okay. So Nick is actually, and the way it's spelled is one of my best friends in San Jose.
Mm-hmm. The NIC, by the way.
NIC.
Yeah.
Drop the K.
Yeah.
So I actually asked him before I chose that name, and he gave me his blessing for that.
Aw.
Sahara, there's a double meaning to that. I used to live on Sahara Street in Las Vegas. So it kind of just came to me like
Right.
that.
Sure.
Got it.
But
Sounds good.
I'm a huge Tomb Raider fan.
Ah, okay.
And I was
Okay.
actually like playing a video game, and she was in the Sahara Desert. I was like, that's hot.
That's it. This is what it
Done.
is.
Done. The sign was there.
I love it. I say that my vagina is dry like the Sahara, so
Right. The Sahara Desert.
it is. Lubrication. It's a wonderful thing.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Reagan, how'd you come up with yours?
I wanted to name a child by the name of Reagan. But
Aww.
my husband at the time did not. He thought
Like,
it was
no
too
more kids.
political. And I said,
Oh.
well, the girl is Exorcist. Her name is Reagan.
Yeah, it's very
Right.
true.
So, and I kind of act like that at times. So that was why. I just liked
Vomiting and head spinning
Yeah.
around.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
it. It's just a strong name. I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Fox.
Well, I didn't realize how many foxes are in the industry.
Are there a lot?
There's a ton.
Oh, I didn't even realize
So
that.
if I had known that, I wouldn't have done that.
I get it.
Actually, one of my favorite gay porn stars, Woody Fox.
Oh, he's one of my favorites too.
Yes.
He's been on the show actually.
I love Woody.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I love working with him too.
Yeah.
He was actually so super sweet
He
during
is.
our scene.
He's a truly, genuinely good person.
Oh, absolutely.
And he
I'm
ran
so-
off, and he's in the circus now. So,
Yeah.
well, he started in the circus. He's in Circus Olay now. That's what I meant to say.
In
Cirque
Australia.
Olay. Yeah.
In
He's
Australia.
amazing.
I love him.
He's really a truly good person.
Yes.
Okay. So you said earlier you've been gay your whole life. So you came out when to your parents?
I came out pretty young. Like I want to say 15, 16.
Okay. Yeah, that is young.
Yeah.
And you felt like your family was prepared
Actually,
for it or not?
I didn't come out to my parents. I was outed.
Oh,
Do you think your parents knew, though?
I was going to say. Yeah.
My mom knew since I was 5.
Aww.
And she was like, "You're my gay son. We're good."
Aww.
She goes, "I've known." We're
So
good."
wait, how did somebody else out you?
My sister.
Whoa.
I told my sister first, and then my sister told my grandmother, and my grandmother has a huge mouth, so she told every single one of my family members, and so that's how I was outed.
So what, they came to you and they're like, we know, or?
No, I mean they kind of kept it under the rug for a while, and then so finally I started coming out to more and more of my family. They're like, "Oh, your sister told me."
Yeah.
I was like, "That's my moment."
And I feel like when you start doing porn, you have to basically come out all over again. Because
Yes.
I always say telling your family you do porn is like coming out.
Again,
because
I
it's
was
highly
outed.
judged.
I was outed.
You didn't do it again?
I
Oh, man.
No,
You were robbed of all these
Every-
awkward situations.
duh, right? I was outed again, and actually by my sister again.
Oh, my God.
your sister.
Is this your little sister or older sister?
My older sister.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
Quit giving away his secrets.
Well, listen to Sylvia. No, actually, she had called me because my sister once told me that she prefers gay porn over straight porn.
I do
so,
too, yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I was like, I kind of better tell her just in case, I work with somebody that she really likes.
Yeah.
And so I
And
told
she's
her,
like watching and sees you. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
It would be devastating.
Right.
And so I said, look, honey, give me a list of the performers you like.
And I'll tell you if I work with them.
I'll tell you when I work with them. It'll be toward the end of my career.
Yeah.
But so then she was like, okay, well, whatever. Mother's Day.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Mother's Day. I get a text. She goes, I really fucked up.
Oh no.
I was like, she goes, I'm so sorry. I was like, oh God, what? She goes, so I was having lunch with Mom. And I was like, okay. She goes, I kind of told her you did porn. I was like, ah.
And what'd your mom say? How'd she react?
So my mom waited to confront me on it
Yeah.
until after I did the movie Five Brothers and I was in Florida filming. I come back and I make a Facebook post saying, when I come back from a trip, my roommates had bought me a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And so they laid it nice and neat on my bed. And,
Yeah.
so I made a post about it and my mom's like, oh. She texts me. She goes, I didn't know you were out of town. I was like, yeah. She goes, so, what were you in Florida for? And I was like, oh, just visiting friends.
I hate when my parents ask me that question. I'm like, working. I'm working. All you need to know. Why are you in the city? I'm working.
But my mom we had never had that conversation. So she goes, oh, so, how's life? I was like, it's good. She goes, how's work? I was like, oh, it's good.
Work's
good.
fantastic. What did she think work was at this time?
We just never had a
Oh, you
conversation.
never had the conversation.
We just never had that conversation. It was just not a spoken rule. So then she goes, so, how's your extracurricular activities? And I'm still like confused as what she's getting to because I was like, working out, like what?
The gym's great, Mom.
Right.
I'm really into it.
Really, that's what I do. I go to the gym. I hang out with friends. That's my thing.
Yeah.
So then I go, well, what do you mean? And she goes, well, the movies.
Oh.
My face went ghostly white.
Yeah.
And she was on speakerphone. And I was like,
It's good.
I was like, Mom, that's my job, right? She's like, yeah, your sister told me. I was like,
I honestly, your sister might have been like the best thing because it's like an awkward conversation.
It really is. And so, my mom was so sweet about it.
Yeah.
She goes, so are you happy? I was like, yes. She goes, are you healthy? I was like, yes. She goes, are you safe? I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
She goes, okay.
Aww,
She goes, it looks like
good.
it pays well. I was
Yeah.
like, well, talk 10, 15 years ago, it pays excellent, but it still pays well.
Yeah.
And so she goes, okay, well, as long as you're happy, healthy, and safe,
Aw.
I don't care about anything else.
good.
Yeah, I love that. I feel like
Very
my dad's the same way. Does your family know?
I was outed.
You were outed
I
too?
was.
Ouch. God, how painful. I made sure I told my family, like, first and foremost. How were you outed?
I was a cam girl for all those years,
Yeah.
and I think when you're in that environment, you just kind of talk and say a lot,
Yeah.
maybe more than you should, and everything is recorded. And so anyone can go back probably and find this stuff. And I had a fan that I really was very close to, and he somehow found my dad's work emails.
What? No.
And sent my dad 2 emails with links and pictures and
Oh, my
videos.
God.
And, here you are opening this email up, and you see your daughter taking it. And
He's at work.
Yeah, and he's at work.
Yeah, and you don't ever unsee that.
Yeah.
Right,
Oh,
right.
my God. That's horrific.
And we don't really talk to this
Oh,
day. It's super sad.
God.
It has really upset me.
Yeah, of course it would upset anybody. That's horrible.
I had my vengeance. We probably won't discuss that, but I did get my vengeance,
Good.
and I'm very happy with the outcome. And I know where he works now. I know where he transfers to, and if I ever need to, I'll take it up again because
Absolutely.
he's
Wow,
just
ruined your
because-
life. Yeah.
it really did. But
But how's the rest of everyone in your life? Did they support or do they not know?
I don't really have an extended family.
Okay.
so
All right.
my mom
That's
and
fair.
dad.
Yeah. Yeah. Or you don't have siblings? Are you
None.
an only child?
I'm an only
oh,
child.
wow.
So obviously, I'm totally the pride of my father.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
I mean, I have a brother, but I think I told my family first and foremost is because exactly what you said. I didn't want them like seeing it.
And
So
being caught
I
off
wanted
guard.
them to know out of the gate that way, like, and here, this is the name I go by. If you ever see it, don't click on that, like that type of thing. Like,
And I did the same thing.
Yeah.
So I said, do not Google Nic Sahara.
Right.
And so my mom goes, is that who you work for?
I
I was like,
That's sweet.
I was like, no.
Yeah.
Just don't Google that.
Yeah.
You don't need to see it.
Yeah.
And it was funny because the movie Five Brothers, there was a whole like music video to it.
Yeah.
Where I was not naked.
Okay.
And it was a lot of like really heavy hitting like violent scenes.
Yeah.
Where I actually had a gun pulled on me
Oh God.
in the middle of a desert.
In the scene. It's
yeah.
not real life. Yeah.
Right. And so I sent that to my mom, And so she's like,
looks dangerous. No, I'm just
no,
kidding.
she goes, that really made me blush.
Made you blush? Oh, wow.
Yeah. I was like, well, why? And she goes, well, your mom's quite conservative. And I was like, yeah, but nobody was really naked.
Right.
And she was like, yeah, but it's the insinuation of it. I was like,
wow, you can't even insinuate naked to your mom. That's crazy.
well, she's an older generation.
Sure.
Yeah.
And so, her growing up in the environment that she did. So fun fact is I'm adopted.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I say my mom, it's my adopted mom.
Okay, got it.
So, she grew up in that generation where, you just sex is behind closed doors.
Yeah.
And so when we were having that conversation about me doing porn, she goes, well, I was waiting for you to come to me about this. And I said, well, I would have.
Yeah.
I said, but, we just don't really ever talk about what goes on behind closed doors.
Yeah.
And so she goes,
Nobody does.
she goes, well, it's kind of not behind closed doors anymore. Is
It's
it?
kind of out on everybody's door.
I literally died laughing. I died. And I was like, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't with you.
Yeah.
I really do like how open she is, though, with
She
you.
is.
And,
Yeah.
and you really have a great.
Yeah.
I have a
to
great
have.
mom. My dad and I, we haven't talked in 15 years.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, but me and my father, we do have a close relationship. My biological father.
See, I hate
nice.
hearing that people, like both of you, have your fathers out of your lives. That does upset me. My mother doesn't handle the career option well, and she said horrific things to me because Jesus is her number one.
Got it.
But even with that being said, I don't let it taint our relationship. I still have the relationship with her as a mother and daughter.
Yep.
And we just stick to mundane conversations where we don't talk about the two things that really upset either one of us, sex and religion.
Right.
So
Right.
we just avoid those topics, and I really just try to keep it like as mother as daughter as I possibly can, So
Right.
it destroys me when I hear that from people. So
Yeah, absolutely.
anyway, we don't want to be on a sad moment. We're gonna hype it back up.
sex show.
I know.
Let's go sex.
Yes,
But
let's
that's
talk
what we're
sex.
doing. So
Okay.
let's talk sex. So what was the last thing that you guys Googled that you think that was like sex related, sexuality that you thought you would be like embarrassed by, but we're gonna discuss it right here, right now.
Mine was actually a straight porn star.
Okay. You were Googling a straight porn star?
I was.
Just to like find out who they are, to masturbate to them.
Oh, totally masturbate to him.
Okay. Wait, can we know who it was?
This guy named Joe. I
Joe.
don't
Do you know a Joe?
He's
don't.
he's
I don't
very
either.
he's very like a dark skinned Latin guy.
Wow.
He's pretty big,
Hmm.
and he's pretty big.
Oh. So you're watching him fuck females, and that was your.
I've done that, yes, but
Yeah.
I also like his solo stuff, like him
Okay.
jacking off and all that,
Yeah.
because he does like OnlyFans and stuff like that. Which
Do you do OnlyFans?
I do just for fans.
Just for fans. Okay,
and,
gotcha.
And I'm actually on Avian Stars.
Nice.
I heard about this. It's new. I haven't signed up for it yet. Have you done it?
I signed up for it.
Oh, you did?
And someone already has taken my name.
Oh, what? How is that even
Really?
possible?
Right. So I messaged them and said, could you please remove them? And I haven't gone back to see.
Oh, that's
But
crappy.
It's absolutely crappy.
So I was actually one of the first gay performers to actually sign up.
Oh, I didn't know
Good.
that. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Because the Avian Network reached out to me and they're like, hey, can we have you sign up? And then we'll go ahead and have you use it.
Yeah.
Let us know the glitches that you find. And then, you're going to be part of this.
Very
Oh, that's
nice.
awesome.
So then once I started using it, it's a great platform
Yeah.
because it's strictly about the performers
Yeah.
and the performers' fans.
Love it.
So it kind of combines Twitter, Instagram, and OnlyFans.
Yeah. I'm going to have to look into it.
Yeah.
I like it.
And you can sell like your videos on there. You have
Panties.
panties, anything you really want.
Socks.
If you're into that,
Yeah. I want to sell all my lingerie. I have so much lingerie that I can never wear again. I've got to sell it. If anyone's interested in buying. What was the last thing you Googled?
Mine's not that sexy. I'm always trying to find lingerie sets that were
Yeah.
and garter belts, and it's so hard.
It really
I
is.
don't want to shop every time at Victoria's Secret.
I
don't
know.
want to pay a lot of money.
I know.
So
It does get exhausting. I did that Adore Me for a long time, and I was getting
do that as well.
messages. Yeah. It is exhausting. I don't have very good ones today either. I was like Googling like everything I could have possibly Googled, and mine was like the last thing I did was like irregular periods, but I don't even have a period anymore. My birth control stops it, which is terrifying, by the way. So every like 2 months I pee on a stick. This is no lie. I pee on a stick every few months because my worst fear is being pregnant and I don't know it. And then I'm to the point where I can't abort it. That is like, I would kill myself. So no offense to people who have children. I'm not meant to be a mother. So I had Googled that because I was like, how, irregular can this period be before I need to pee on another stick? So yeah, that's mine. I just never want to be pregnant.
Get some stock in pregnancy tests.
Yeah. Oh, I do.
Yeah,
you underneath my sink, I always think I should take a picture of it because I think it's probably just only funny to me. But underneath my sink is probably always at least 5 to 6 boxes of enemas, 5 to 6 boxes of douches, and usually 3 or 4 boxes of pregnancy sticks. Welcome to porn life, people. It is glamorous.
Absolutely. Actually, as far as douching goes, they make a portable shower douche.
I have seen those. I just don't know how much I trust it. And
no,
you're into it?
I'm into it.
You're a big fan?
Huge fan. But
do you put it in your butt?
Yeah.
You completely put that little
Absolutely.
thing up your butt?
Absolutely.
Are you ever afraid to get something stuck in the thing?
No, it's actually it's the same material as like a dildo.
Oh, it's plastic. I thought it was
like
metal.
No, it's silicone.
Okay, what's the name of this?
Ergoflow.
And you just put it on what? Your shower?
No, it's a bag that you put over your shower head, and the water flows down, and then you use that to clean out.
Interesting.
And so when do you use that? The day before, the night before, right before you leave the scene?
Right, like right before you leave.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you like how I do it is I take Imodium the night before, and then I take Imodium the morning of. And then I clean out, and then I go to the scene.
Okay.
And I'm squeaky clean the whole time.
And you eat the day before, no
Absolutely.
issues?
Why
that's what I say.
Why do I need to starve myself for somebody else's pleasure?
I agree with you.
Nope.
I love it.
I agree with you 100%. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break, and then we will be right back with some more topics. This is Sexy Funny Raw, the podcast with me, adult film star and comedian Silvia Saige, here to discuss what you've only dared to ask Google. Undress, unzip, and unwind. The party starts now. All right, guys, welcome back. This show goes so quickly that when I take a break and they're like, you're almost done, I'm like, holy crap, how have we been here for that long? So we're going to jump. We're going to jump into fan questions for the day. And my first one is from BB Brown. I love that. That's a cute name. It's for everybody. This question is for everybody. What is the oldest age of a co-star you would film with?
That's really not fair because I am probably the oldest.
That's not
any
true.
of you would ever be with.
That's not true. I did Jay Cruz's. He's 60, and he was doing 60 for 60, and I had sex with Jay Cruz, and he's 60. So
okay, that's true. Okay,
for a scene.
Yeah, there's no limit. I'm old, so I would
Stop. She's the most gorgeous woman I've ever known. I don't even see age when I look at you.
Right.
I just can't.
Absolutely.
I know.
Mine was Dallas Steele.
How old is he?
He's 60.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
And how old are you, Nick?
I'm 35.
35. Okay, we're the same age.
Yeah.
Well,
and it's funny because like when I go onto a gay porn set, typically I'm the oldest one.
Really? That's how I feel too.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really do.
No, it's factual.
Yeah.
I've taken several polls.
Who is the youngest person in this room?
And both literally and figuratively.
Okay, so Reagan thinks she's the oldest person, and Nick and I are both at more than double our age.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's not true. Less than double our age because we're both 35 and he's only 60. I
Right.
can't do math. Okay. So 25 years. Okay. Next question from Juan. Juan asked, this is for everybody as well. How often are you having sex outside of filming?
I hate it.
Nick is like, I'm never having sex outside.
Well, that's not completely true. If I really like somebody, then yes, I will. But it's
Same.
it's really.
You're single, right?
I am.
Okay, yeah.
I am. But it's,
Just so everybody knows.
yeah. But if I really like somebody, I will have sex outside the industry.
Okay.
It's very rare.
Same. I'm
Yeah.
not same either. How much are you fucking outside?
I would say once or twice a week,
Week.
or every other week, but I have to make content.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
I mean, unfortunately, every time I have sex off of camera, I still have to film it, which
Yeah.
pisses me off.
Right.
I
I just
know.
want to have 5 minutes of non-talking missionary sex.
Okay, Reagan. This
Love
is
that, by the way.
I know. Non-talking, non-descriptive. I feel the same exact way. When we spoke on a earlier episode when we talked about, you asked if I would ever date somebody in the industry. And my problem with that is I had attempted it. And he was like, well, let's just film it if we're going to fuck. And I'm like, every once in a while, I don't want a camera on. I don't want to do 5 positions. I
Right.
don't want to open up to the camera. I
Right.
just want to get fucked. That's all
That's
I
right.
want.
Yeah.
I
Turn the
agree.
fucking camera off. And that's why I was like, I don't think it'll work either, because like, and then just watching his Instagram and watching him fuck other people, I was like, stop it. Stop it. They're disgusting. I don't want it anymore. But no, I don't know why I'm calling somebody else disgusting for having sex with people. And I'm like, had to call 7 people about my gonorrhea last week. So I'm not above anyone. Let me just go ahead and put that
We got to work on that jealousy.
down.
Right.
I know. I don't know how to contain it. Are you a jealous person?
In the right circumstances, I am.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm pretty passive. My whole rule is I don't care who you go out and fuck, because clearly I'm fucking other people
Yeah.
on camera.
Yeah.
So I don't really have the right to say,
I know. I don't have the right either, but I want it.
but it is. It is. But at the same time, like as long as you don't come home and bring me
An
present,
STD.
a present,
Yeah.
In
That's
any
a
way,
bad gift.
right? A bad gift. But as long as you don't do that, and then as long as I know where your heart belongs,
Oh,
We're good.
Yeah,
We're
that's
good.
true. I guess I didn't know where his heart belonged, and it certainly wasn't with me. Okay, moving on. So the last question that I have from a viewer, Paul, on Instagram, he asked, what type of date? Oh, wait. Yeah. What type of date would you most love to go on? I know mine. I want to travel. I want you to send me plane tickets.
that's a good
I
one.
want the first time that we go on a date is you go pack a bag for this type of weather, get to the airport, and they'll tell you where you're going. And that to me is like, that's awesome. Because I love to travel. So I'm like,
Yeah.
take me fucking somewhere. Like meet me in a cool place. Like that's my ideal date. I want to go places.
I think for a fantasy date, yes, anywhere on the beach would be great. Pack
Yeah.
me up, send me out. But in a real life, I'm super casual. A movie,
Yeah.
quick dinner. I
Yeah.
mean, nothing expensive. I'll pay for half. I mean, super simple.
No, yeah, I get it. A dinner is good.
yeah. Honestly, I don't like dinners.
No?
I hate
Because
'em.
you're going to have to get fucked, so you don't want to eat, right?
No,
Oh,
because
that's
I
not it.
still
Oh.
eat. I'll eat whatever the hell I want. But I like the spontaneity of things.
Okay.
So if you can use your imagination to kind of counterbalance what you think I'm gonna like, like I'm super easygoing. I can do anything with anybody and have fun.
See, I like active dates too,
Yeah.
so that's me. I
So-
want to go like for a hike or something like that.
Like
yeah.
like do something off the wall. Like
Yeah.
I had one guy, he took me to an escape room.
Okay,
Oh,
I'd
that's
be
fun. Those are
freaking
fun.
terrified about that. I'm
They're-
not going to lie.
They're very fun.
They are.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And it was like very non-aggressive. Like
Okay.
it wasn't like the scary ones. So
But you're in there with other people you don't know trying to solve
was just,
right?
It was just me and him.
Oh.
I
didn't
think they
know
have
that.
up to a certain number of people, but
Yeah.
then you can reserve it just for your
The
party.
two. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
So that was actually really kind of like one of the best dates I've ever been on.
Oh,
That's good.
Because he was like, "Oh, well, I think this would just be fun."
yeah.
Yeah.
Fun dates.
Absolutely. And it was creative.
Nick and I want fun dates, and Reagan wants to sit
Wants
at
dinner.
home.
She wants dinner.
Reagan is tired, y'all.
Tired of traveling. I just want to stay home, guys.
She's like, their ideal thing is to not go anywhere.
Yes.
I love it. All right, guys. Well, we've made it through another successful show in my eyes. So, Nick, tell the people where they can find you.
You can find me at Twitter, Nic Sahara XXX, or Instagram, Nic Sahara _official.
Love it. Reagan, tell the people where they can find you.
You can.
She's shadow banned, so it's going to be hard,
Yeah,
but
I'm
Right.
try.
banned. I prefer Twitter over Instagram.
Yeah.
So Instagram is the Reagan Foxx, but I haven't posted in like a year because they keep turning everybody off.
Yeah,
So
I
why
know.
bother?
Right.
But Twitter, Reagan Foxx _ or OnlyFans. That's where all my naughty stuff goes.
That's where you want to be.
That's where you want to be.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll look forward to seeing you very soon. Have a great one, guys. Thanks for tuning in for another episode of Sexy Funny Raw. Find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Sexy Funny Raw. Watch and listen to all of our episodes at sexyfunnyraw.com, making the airwaves sexy one show at a time. Until next time, stay sexy, bitches. This is Sexy Funny Raw, the podcast with me, adult film star and comedian Silvia Saige, here to discuss what you've only dared to ask Google. Undress, unzip, and unwind. The party starts now. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Sexy Funny Raw. I'm joined today by my sexy co-host, Mrs. Reagan Foxx, ladies and gentlemen. Reagan, say hello to the people.
Hello, people. Hello.
I can't imagine that anyone would not know who Reagan is. And if you follow the show, she was on our last episode as well. But Reagan is an adult performer, same as myself, and a good friend of mine. I hope she would consider me the same. She's been in the industry for 4 years now, and she has been twice nominated in 2018 and 2017 for Hottest MILF Performer. Mm-hmm. Not taken home the title yet, but I have a very good inclining that you will this year.
No, not this year.
What?
I didn't really do a lot this year. I mean, I didn't. When I say that, I didn't do anything new or
She
dramatic.
did a lot this
I
year.
didn't do any features or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
So-
I see what you're saying.
So, yeah, I'm thinking.
The features do mean a lot to people in the porn industry. So yeah,
Correct.
I get that.
And and having those features the last few years, I was nommed for those particular scenes as well. And so I just don't think that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm good with that though.
Well, in my book, she is sexiest MILF performer of the year. I love it. I just found out today too, because before you got into the porn industry, you were actually in real estate.
Yes.
I would buy anything you were selling. Like, first off, like, did you just slay it? Because I can't even imagine like why you would ever want to leave that. Because I just imagine you were just making so much money.
I actually did not get my license to sell it, list and sell it.
Oh.
I got it to do appraisal work for the banks. Little did I know that the market would tank once I got it, and therefore I ended up being the person that would walk into the houses that had been foreclosed. So
Oh, got you.
I was
not
going-
nearly as luxurious as I was thinking.
No.
Okay.
I'd go into houses that the house was completely still put together, where
Yeah.
they had given an hour to the owner to get out, or there would be animals that had been left
Oh
behind.
God,
not good
that's actually
situations.
really sad.
It was one, and then people would start getting angry. So then you'd walk into a house and not know where the kitchen was or the bathroom because every single thing, everything was gone. Or they would cut circles out of the carpets, or
Just trying to make it bad for whoever was coming in.
They would be mad at the banks. How dare you take away our house after not making a payment for a couple of years? The worst house I ever went into, they turned all the water on, and so by the time we got in there, which
it was
was
flooded.
a month later, there was a mushrooms growing out of the carpet and black mold just
Wow.
everywhere.
Oh, God.
The carpet would be crunchy and stuff.
You just have to
so,
tear that house down.
Yeah, it was like a duplex type of thing. So
God.
that was staying.
Jesus, that is horrific. People are horrible people, but the next person I'm about to introduce you is not a horrible person. He's one of my favorite people in the industry. Everybody say hello to Mr. Nic Sahara.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Such a pleasure having you here. Now, Nick, you actually started out in a mainstream position. You started out as an Andrew Christensen underwear model, correct?
Actually, no.
No, that's not correct?
No.
I have misinformation. Correct
It's
me.
okay. So I started modeling when I was 17.
Okay.
I did a lot of mainstream stuff like Versace.
Oh.
But I was more overseas.
Okay, got it.
And at the same time, I was actually in the military.
Oh, that's hot.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you for your service.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. So you started there and then you got into adult from working with Andrew Christensen. Is that correct?
No.
Not at all.
Not
Okay.
at all.
Tell me how it worked out. How you get in?
Okay, so
Because you are a performer. You
I
work
am.
in, I'm sorry, what I didn't tell the people is that he is a gay adult performer and you
Correct.
work with most of the major studios like Icon Mail, Noir Mail, Falcon,
Yep.
Naked Sword, all the big companies, all the companies who are
Right.
really doing stuff. So, okay,
Right.
go ahead now that I have introduced.
so really what happened is I was working at that particular time for Tesla, still modeling. And
For Tesla?
For Tesla.
Did they give you a free car?
No.
Damn it. Okay.
No. And actually, my time there, it was a really learning experience.